My uncle told me my little baking hobby wasn't a real career, so I made sure he had front row seats when my company was acquired for $5 million. The family text thread had been nonstop for 6 months about my cousin Sarah's extravagant destination wedding in Maui. Uncle Richard was footing the $100,000 bill and making sure everyone knew it. Everyone was invited. My parents, my sister, all the aunts, uncles, and cousins. Everyone except me, apparently. The resort is $800 a night, Uncle Richard announced at the annual 4th of July BBQ. I'm covering the flights, but you all need to book your own rooms and excursions. I was 26, working 80-hour weeks getting my artisanal wholesale bakery off the ground. I was making rent, but every extra penny went straight back into the business. I might have to pass, I said, doing the math in my head. Uncle Richard gave me that pitying smirk he reserved for anyone who didn't work in corporate finance. Kiddo, if your little muffin hobby isn't paying the bills, there's no shame in bowing out. We don't want you going into debt just to keep up with the successful side of the family. The patio went quiet. My dad suddenly got very interested in the grill. Sarah just flipped her hair. Maybe you should use that week to finally draft a real resume, Uncle Richard added, chuckling at his own joke. My sister, whose successful lifestyle was currently being funded entirely by Dad's credit card, nodded in agreement. I'll stay home and work, I said, keeping my face perfectly blank. For the next 6 months, I watched them obsess over floral arrangements and catamaran tours. Uncle Richard posted regular updates about how much everything was costing him. Meanwhile, I was in the test kitchen at 3 a.m. every day. I wasn't just baking, though. I was finalizing a national distribution deal with the country's largest upscale coffee chain. 3 days before they flew to Maui, I posted a photo holding a giant pair of ceremonial scissors in front of a massive 10,000 square foot commercial warehouse. The caption, "Thrilled to announce our new $5 million partnership and expansion." My phone blew up immediately. My mom called first. "Is this real?" Uncle Richard texted, "Nice warehouse. Just remember, big loans mean big risks. Don't bite off more than you can chew." I didn't reply. Instead, I posted a screenshot of my feature in a major business magazine's 30 under 30 list, noting that the expansion was fully funded by my new corporate partners. Then, I turned off notifications and went back to running my empire. While they were sweating through a humid, overly scheduled wedding week in Hawaii, dealing with a lost luggage fiasco that Uncle Richard refused to stop complaining about, I was flying to New York to ring the opening bell with my new partners. Every time Sarah posted a staged beach photo, I coincidentally posted a shot from Times Square or a Michelin-starred celebratory dinner with my investors. At the first family gathering after they returned, Uncle Richard held court, loudly complaining about how much the open bar had set him back and demanding praise. When he finally took a breath to sip his beer, my grandpa tapped his cane on the deck. "Enough about the beach. Show us the magazine, kid." I pulled a crisp copy of the magazine from my bag and laid it on the table. Uncle Richard stared at the 2-page spread about my business. "They overhype these things," he muttered, his face turning slightly red. "Probably a lot of phantom equity and debt." "Actually," I said, taking a bite of potato salad, "I retained 80% ownership, and they paid out a 7-figure signing bonus just to secure the exclusive rights to my recipes." I smiled at him. Turns out the muffin hobby pays just fine. Sarah immediately asked if I could cater her post-wedding party for free. Uncle Richard hasn't offered me career advice since. "क्या आपको किसी और specific topic, जैसे दोस्ती, office politics या college life, पर इस तरह की story चाहिए?"